Hey, so in this video, I'll basically just be mentioning like some of my, I guess, gripes with IT, like giving my own criticism towards the game on like what I don't like and stuff, or at least some of my criticism. Now, I want to start off with like how IT has no real in-game tutorial, like at all. There's like no in-game tutorial in the game. It just kind of spawns you in and like expects you to like figure out everything on your own somehow, with like, I guess, outside sources and stuff like that, which I don't feel this like I don't really feel like it's like a good thing. I feel like using outside sources can be kind of annoying to figure out how to play a video game. So I feel like the game should just have like an in-game tutorial that explains to you like what you need to know to play the game, like, you know, how to obtain all the stands and stuff. So, well, yeah, I mean, like, there is a tutorial, I guess, that's like the Trello that they've made, but like it's annoying to use it, as I said before. So I mean, yeah, I feel like an in-game tutorial should be added, to be honest. But yeah, next thing. Now, I kind of want to talk about some of the issues I have with the 10 minutes, starting off with arrow grinding. I feel like it'd be kind of boring when you sit there and do nothing but just stab yourself with an arrow for a pretty good amount of time. I feel like it can get kind of boring when it drags on for too long. You sit there and do nothing but talk to an NPC, get an arrow from him, stab yourself, and repeat that shit over and over and over again. So I feel like that can get kind of boring when it drags on for too long. So yeah, I feel like something should probably be done about that. But like, next thing, I feel like waiting for things to spawn can also be kind of boring. Where you do nothing but just sit there and wait for things to spawn. Like, I don't know, Jotaro, Pucci, or like the Requiem arrow. I feel like that can get kind of boring, so I feel like something should just be done about that. Maybe just rework the 10 minutes to make them more fun. You know, you can do that. But another thing is that when you're grinding for Sea Moon, of course, you gotta get the bone, then you gotta wait for Pucci to spawn, and then talk to him with White Snake and, you know, the bone to get, well, a baby that you then just, I don't know, fuse with and just get Sea Moon. Either way, I feel like if you get the bone and then you're waiting for Pucci to spawn, you kinda, if you don't have item storage, you kinda just like, well, at that point you can't really leave, because if you leave you just lose the bone. So like, what if you, like, you know, wanna leave? What if you, like, maybe you get bored and now you wanna leave the game and maybe just play later, but now you're kinda stuck playing the game because, well, you have the bone, you don't want to regrind the bone, so you're sitting there playing the game, even if you don't want to play the game. Or like, hell, maybe you get kicked from the game, and you lose your bone. And now you're just gonna sit there and be annoyed, because you just lost the bone that you grinded for, because of your, like, I don't know, your poor Wi-Fi or something. So, yeah, or maybe, like, so maybe you have to leave, maybe something happened, maybe you need to go ahead and do something now, and now you gotta leave and boom, bone gone. So I feel like, yeah, that can be kind of annoying, you know, if you don't have item storage, which lots of people don't, because they didn't buy the Game Pass, I guess. Now, like, some of the issues I have with the D over Heaven boss, because he's a part of 10 minutes, I feel like it can be kind of annoying when, like, you know, he just hits you with like an undodgeable combo of attacks that damages you no matter what, because like, he can, you know, do his little close range attacks where he starts like teleporting around you, beating the shit out of you, throwing knives at you in the air or whatever the fuck, or shooting knives at you, I guess. Basically, doesn't really throw them. But like, when he does those attacks, he can also just throw knives at you from the air and then do his little knife attack, which shoots them downwards at you. Those knives aren't blockable, so like, the clone or, you know, whoever's attacking you will effectively keep you still, and they'll get hit with knives that will damage you, and you can't really do anything about it. Because, well, you can't block them, you can't get out of the way because the clone's keeping you still, so you can sit there and take damage, and you can't do anything about it. So I feel like that can be kind of annoying when that happens. Another thing is that you can hit each other in the boss fight, which it can be kind of annoying. I mean, maybe you're just playing with like a kind of bad teammate, so just sitting there like throwing out like moves, hitting you when you're trying to attack Dio. That can be kind of annoying, you know? Like, maybe they're using the World Over Heaven, they start using their H move. Well, I don't even remember the name for that move, but it can hit you and then boom, you get kind of annoyed, because that's kind of annoying to deal with, you know? I'm saying kind of annoying a lot in this video, but yeah, I feel like that should probably, we shouldn't be able to hit each other in the boss. Plus, I mean, people can also just decide to attack you during the boss fight, which, yeah, it can be kind of annoying if you're just trying to like fight the boss or something like that. You just want to try and beat the boss, and you want to get the bone, but now you're sitting there getting attacked by like some random person who just felt like being a menace, I guess, and decided to just fight you for some reason, you know? That can happen, it can be kind of annoying, you know? So I feel like you should just not be able to hit each other in the boss fight, just somehow just turn off like friendly fire, just literally don't be able to hit each other during the boss fight. I feel like that would be really nice. But like, yeah, that's about it to what I have to say about Attainment. So, yeah. So lastly, I just want to talk about some of the issues I have with the game's combat, starting out with, well, how I think some things are just still kind of unbalanced, which I feel is just, you know, not a good thing. Like, for example, self-heal. Self-heal is really strong, and in return it can make fights last for a bit too long, which is kind of annoying, to be honest. It used to be a lot worse before because of how self-heal was even stronger. I mean, I remember, like, fights just going on for, like, 5 years, because we just both, me and the person I'm fighting, just keep fucking healing over and over again. Like, sometimes in mid 1v1, I just, like, give up and leave. Like, because it went on for way too long. There was, like, a higher chance of me dying to old age and the fight actually ending, so, like, yeah, that was pretty fucking annoying, but, like, another thing, not every stand is equal. Some abilities are just flat out better than others, which I feel is a bad thing because, well, if you want to use the weaker abilities, you're gonna have to go ahead and fight stronger abilities if you go around and fight people. And then you're gonna, you know, get kind of annoyed because of how people just have better abilities than you. So, yeah, because everyone uses, like, that strong, overpowered thing, so, you know, yeah. And, like, if you're a noob and you have, like, arrow stance, PvP is just gonna also, by default, just kind of suck for you because you're gonna fight people with stance that are better than yours, so, yeah, at least it has some upsides to it, like, you know, some more progression to the game, since you'll play the game, get more abilities, and in return become stronger, because you get better abilities. And also you have more of a reason to actually grind the rare stands because they're stronger. Now, another thing I want to mention is that, like, some moves between mobile and PC work differently. Like, for example, GER's Life Beam move. It works differently on mobile and on PC. Now, I feel like the reason why I think that this is an issue is because, like, these moves, depending on the device, are going to be better or worse, which I feel can make unfair fights, because, like, if you have, like, C-Moon versus C-Moon, and one of them's a mobile player, one of them's a PC player, one of them's going to have an advantage because Rock Fling, one of the Rock Flings are going to be better than the other person's, which is going to make the fight a bit unfair, which I don't really feel like it's a good thing, so yeah, I feel like something should be done about that, to be honest. Yeah, one last thing, spam jumping. You can pretty much jump as much as you want in PvP. There's no cooldown. You can jump like a fucking bunny if you want to, over and over and over again, which I feel is kind of a pain in the ass to deal with, because you can try and hit the person who's spam jumping and they'll jump over your attacks, because they're just beating the everything share of their space key. And I feel like dealing with that can be kind of annoying, so I feel like there should just be a flat out just cooldown to jumping. Like, I don't know how long it could be. Could it be like 2 seconds, 1 second, I don't know. Something, I don't know, something that would work, but I feel like there should be some cooldown to it, you know? But, like, yeah, that's about all of my criticism in this video that I have to mention, so, you know, yeah, that's about it to the video, so have a nice day, and, well, you know, bye.